Hey everyone, welcome back to Colorful Indian. It's so good to see you here. My name is RANITA and I like to get into makeup related content. I also do lifestyle, mental health, unboxings and hauls here. Today I'm getting into Simply Posh's Aurora Lights Palette. Now this is a beautiful palette that was released around December 2023. I didn't get into it because I was in Malaysia at the time, so the palette showed up and it was sitting here for a while and I only came back, mid-Jan. So yeah, I've decided now I would like to just kind of do my take on it. I know people have probably finished reviewing this palette quite a bit, so I'm just going to be doing two looks here, but I'm also including product shots and then swatches on my arm, as well as, yeah, you'll see, whatever colors I'm using, obviously, and you get to see them in two different lightings. So yeah, if all of that sounds good to you, then, join me as I dig into this palette for the first time. Usually I, like to do like 6 looks for Simply Posh, and I was kind of keen to do that this time as well. I'm in the middle of a life transition and there's a lot that I need to do right now. In fact, even in a few hours I'm going to be going to a different state. So yeah, I just want to show you what I would do if I was sitting at home with this palette, or if I was planning to go out and enjoy myself. What would I create with this palette? I have swatched the shades already, and the shades were so good, so I'm really excited to get into this with you. So without further ado, let's get into the Aurora Lights Palette. The Aurora Lights Palette is an 18 pan palette and it's created in Simply Posh's usual format. The palette is a magnetic one, so you can move the shades around if you want to change the order. Now it does have 12 very nice matte shades and 6 duochrome shimmers, so you can actually create looks going column by column, or you could just mix and match whatever you feel comfortable with doing is what you can do with this palette. And yeah, we're going to be getting into this now. I just want to let you know that Simply Posh's formula is pretty consistent and it's absolutely wonderful. I've used so many of their palettes now and I really enjoy every single time when they've released a new palette. I've enjoyed the formula, I've enjoyed the color story, and I think that it's going to probably be the same thing with this one. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's kind of hard right now to decide what shades to go in with. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is obviously going in with my Alter Ego eyeshadow base. I'm adding it right to the ends of my eyes because I'm going to be doing the ends first, and then I'm going to go in another time right before I put on my Simply Posh shimmers onto my lid. So yeah, this is just for the outer corners. Yeah, I'm going to start grabbing my shades now. So I think I'm going to go in with the shades. Oh, and if you want to know what shades I'm talking about, it's going to show up like on the screen. So I'm going to go in with probably one of the deeper toned ones right now. I'm going to go in with Magnetic. Magnetic is a pretty navy blue shade, and I'm going to be taking this. And honestly, the formula of Simply Posh is amazing. If you ever get a chance to use this formula, you will not regret it. It's just so pigmented always, and the duochromes always go so beautifully. Now I'm gonna obviously be just enjoying myself today. I'm gonna do like one look on this eye, and then I think I'm probably gonna do another look on the other eye, but we're gonna just mash it up, have some fun. I think on this side I'm gonna go all green. Let's see how this goes, because I really haven't really thought too much about how I want this to go. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Take that out. Oh my goodness, just look at that. The pigmentation is incredible. I'm not even tapping very hard with this brush. It's just easy, so easy to get pigment. So the one thing I really like about Simply Posh's formula is just how it's always been so easy to make, the formula work for you. Even if you have like my skin tone, it's gonna just be wonderful even without that white base. Because I used to use a white base like all the time, and then I started feeling like it takes a lot of time to get your white base correct and everything, and I decided I want to start going in for makeup where I don't necessarily have to do that all the time. Because usually when I would go out, I would not be having my white base. It was usually just like a foundation or a concealer or something, and this was before I even used bases. Okay, I'm going in with the shade Brilliant now, which is a deep purple. I'm gonna just add a wee bit of that here. Now I usually have very, very bad experiences with purples, but this seems to be working pretty well and blending in really nicely too. I like that very, very much. Wow, that blend is incredible. I'm really, really loving that. I'm going in with the shade Phenomenon, which is kind of like that, and I'm going to do the same thing right over here. Honestly, I wish I had played with this palette. I wish I had more time to do this palette, because I would have enjoyed myself so much. Like, I'm just enjoying the pigment, the way it's showing up. I'm so impressed already. I'm sure that, you know, if you had seen other reviews by other content creators, they probably would have done an amazing job too. I'm adding on Breathtaking. Yeah. So I'm basically just going in with a lot of as many shades as possible, actually, because I just want to kind of feature the beauty of this palette. Now I'm really, really digging the way that the matte shades are working. That is really, really impressive. Going in with the shade Surreal, which is a kind of lighter teal, and I'm going to be putting that right here. It's really, really good. The pastel formula as well is really, really nice. Not really seeing any bad things with that. I don't want to take it all the way down, because I feel like that usually gives me panda eyes, and I really, really don't like it. So I think what I can do is I can probably blend out the top with the shade. So I'm going to go in with the shade Glow for the green side. That's the apple green shade in the palette. I'm going to just very, very gently place it here, like a halo on top of all those shades. Mostly because I don't want to really blend this in. I just want that little bit of, you know, color coming through. And it seems to be working pretty okay. It's really, really beautiful. Pastel formulas have come such a long way, you know that? Like, when I first started using pastels, they really sucked. I never would have liked any of the things that I actually tried, and now just look at this. It's amazing. Okay, going in with Swirling, which is that color. I'm just putting a little bit of that here on top, and again doing the same thing that I did on that side. You could use a smaller brush to get it more precise if that's what you wanted, but I'm lazy. So okay, I'm going in with the color Bright, which is a pastel pink. And I'm just putting it right here. Yeah, that's beautiful. And I'm especially enjoying the way that the colors all just blend together, and you know, it just looks gorgeous. Okay, and last, of course, I'm going in with Vivid. I think that was pretty obvious, since I'm kind of going in with like everything. I have not actually done a blend like this in a really, really long time. So I'm actually enjoying myself. I used to spend hours and hours doing my makeup at one point, especially when COVID was around, right? Because that's all that we had time. Now I don't have that much time, so. But it still feels really good to just sit down and focus on one thing. So that's what I'm enjoying. Yeah, I think that's blending beautifully. I really like the the way it's blending over there, actually. I think that's beautiful. Yeah, really, really liking that, because again, like I said, haven't done something like this in forever. I'm actually wondering if I should maybe just add on a shade there, maybe Polar, since, you know, yeah, Polar is like that gray. I think I'll add that gray right here, because yeah, I wasn't really expecting to use a gray shade, but you know, hey, that looks pretty nice actually. It's actually made a different green on my eye, and I really wasn't expecting that, but that's actually so cool. Okay, I'm going to go in with the very last shade from the mattes. I did not expect to use all 6 matte shades, but here we are. That's me. Okay, we're going in with Night Sky, which is the black, and I'm just going to add a little bit of that here. smallest, tiniest amount here. Just to give it, yeah, you know, that bit of depth, I guess, that I need. Okay, I'm not gonna touch that now. Alrighty, okay, I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna go in now for shimmers, obviously. I think I may actually do 3 shimmers on my eye, I don't know. I'm feeling rather ambitious today. Okay, so I'm going in with my Alter Ego base. And I'm just putting that on all the areas where I want my shimmers to be. And I have to work fast, so I think I'm going to start with one eye and then I'll just, you know, do the next eye. So I'm going to go in with, this is really, really hard. Okay, I'm taking the purple shade first. Let's see how that shows up. This is Electric, and it really looks beautiful. I'm gonna put Electric here in the center. Now the reason I did that is because I'm trying to follow the colors. I have space for the outer lid, but I'm actually thinking that I may do Dazzling, which is the pink shade over here on the outer lid. I think that would just make a lot more sense to me, since it's very, it's kind of like more opaque than the other shade that I wanted to go in with, which is Twinkling. Okay, so that's that. I'm taking Twinkling, which is the shade, and we're gonna put it right in the inner. Oh wow, Twinkling's incredible. Was not expecting that on my eye. That's a magical shade. Twinkling is amazing. Got me really, really excited. I'm just gonna get a wee bit more in the inner corner. But that really does look amazing. I'm so impressed with that. I'm going to take a bit more of my matte shade, and let me see, that would be Magnetic. So that's the navy blue shade, and I'm just going to very gently reinforce on the ends over here. I don't want too much because it's already blended in, obviously. It's the same shade, that would be Magnetic. It's a deep navy blue. And that's that. Okay, so there is a bit of fallout happening. I will go and clean that up, but this is what it's looking like for now. I think I'm actually going to use like all 18 shades in one go. It just makes sense to me, because I just like knowing my palettes, and yeah, that just is something that I would do. But anyway, I'm going in again with my Alter Ego base, putting that here all over the lid to ensure that my eyeshadow is going to stay. Okay, we have that. I think I'm going to put a light show last. It's this very, very, yeah, because this is just the most opaque from the swatches. So I'm going to put that right here at the end. And I'm not tapping too hard to get this kind of pigment coming out. It's coming off pretty easily. You can see that's what it's looking like. I'm going in with the shade Magical now, which is probably my favorite shade from the Duochromes. It's kind of like this green that, oh yeah, that's the color, and I'm sure you'll understand why that's my favorite color. But it actually moves into the most amazing shades, and it's just so beautiful and magical. It really is. I really love this, and it's actually a little hard to believe that Magical is actually a duochrome, because it really has beautiful shifts that, you know, multichromes have, because I've seen more than 2 colors coming through there. Okay, and this is the last one. This is Aurora, which we're putting in right here. So it's a little bit jumbled when you look at my color placement here, but I kind of just wanted to use everything up, I guess. Okay, I'm getting more of Captivate, which is the deep green, and I'm just going to gently run my brush here, take it up into that wing, and here. Don't want to go up too much. I think this looks pretty damn awesome. I love this. I'm honestly digging this look so much. I mean, well, it's 2 looks, but I really love both. Okay, going in with the green underneath my eyes, and I'm gonna have to go and clean this up. I actually just did my foundation, and I remember now why I stopped doing my foundation first and I would do it second, because makeup would fall everywhere, and now I have to go clean up my face again and reapply my foundation. So isn't that fun? Alright, so I cleaned up my face. I went in with a concealer by Huda Beauty. This one's pretty good and I actually really like it. I just felt like I needed to cover my eye bags. So this is in the shade Toasted Almond 5.3G, as you can see over here. And now I'm going in for blush. So I'm just applying a Yensa Beauty blusher over here. I really like Yensa. It's a cream blusher and it just kind of melts into my skin and looks very, very natural. I'm adding this shade over here because I feel like pink would look really nice with the, you know, with the blue side. And I'm going to go in for like a peach shade for the green side because I kind of feel like that would go really well with that. So as you can see, this is how I'm applying it. I kind of take it upwards. Sometimes I actually take it across too, but I'm not going to do that today. So this is the Yensa blusher that I just used, and it is in the shade Radiant Rose. It's a wonderful blusher. I really love Yensa products, so I have quite a few. I've been gifted them. So this is Peach Sunset. Now we're going in on that side, and you'll be able to probably see the difference a bit better. So yeah. Yeah, you can see that like automatically. The thing I really love about Yensa is just the way that it feels like, you know, your skin, and that makes a big difference for me. I really also appreciate the fact that it's got so many skincare properties. So even though it's makeup, you're kind of still, you know, protecting your skin in a sense. Alright, so I've got my cream blusher on here, so that would be Peach Sunset over here, and on the other side I have got Radiant Rose. Let me just open that. Yeah, so here we have Peach Sunset, and on this side we've got Radiant Rose. And they're both looking absolutely gorgeous. I really do love both of these, and yeah, they're some of my favorite blushers. I use them for practically everything. Putting that aside, I just need to go in and do my lipstick, so I will finish that and I will be right back. Hey everyone, welcome back. These are the two finished looks. Now, surprisingly, I managed to actually finish all 18 shades, and I really wasn't expecting to do that. I just kind of went a little crazy with my blending, and I haven't done that in a really long time, but I'm still happy that I was able to test everything out for you. I feel like the shades are amazing. The mattes worked so well. Even the shimmers, they're just beautiful, and I really enjoyed using them. So let me just give you the makeup details, like at least the ones that I haven't given you yet. So for my eyes, I'm just going to bring you in a bit closer so you can see what I'm talking about. So over here, I have a bit of eyeliner. This is a Morphe one. It is called Falling for Green. It's one of my favorite eyeliners, and I really love the way that this pencil works. The other eyeliner, which is this blue one right over here, is again by Give Beauty. It is in the shade Bathwater. I received this in my February Ipsy, and I have not been able to stop using it. I just love this blue eyeliner so much. Okay, next I used this FanFest mascara for my lashes. I went in with two different Yensa blushes, and I think I mentioned that as I was doing it. So I went in with Peach Sunset here, and I went in for Radiant Rose on this side. They are both cream blushes, and they're really nice. I absolutely love both of them. For my lipstick, I went in with the shade Light Peach. This is an Odin's Eye lipstick. It's actually a matte shade, but because I was wearing a bit of gloss, it became a bit wet over there. But yeah, this is essentially the shade. It's very gentle, and I kind of felt like that's what my face needed, especially after going in with, you know, so many beautiful colors. Last but not least, which I already shared with you, is the Huda Beauty concealer. And for my foundation, I went in with Sephora Best Skin Ever, and as my base, I went in with e.l.f. Mineral Face Primer. This is actually really nice, and I do like it. So yeah. The last detail is my Ulak Brow Kit, but I think this you already know. If you've been watching my videos for a long time, you know that I use this in every single look. So anyway, my feedback on the shades, you've seen the shifts, you've seen how the colors work. They're very pigmented, very beautiful. I feel like if anyone picks up this palette, they're going to be very happy with it. You know, you can just take a look here at these beautiful shimmers on my fingers. The duochromes are very nice. I wasn't really seeing as much of a shift from this pink one over here. I'm still kind of wondering if that kind of goes into a blue or something. I'm not really sure, or like I think it's a purple. I just saw a purple coming through, so okay, now I can see the shift. For me, my favorite one was probably the shade Magical. Magical is from the green side. It's over here. So, you know, we have all of these, so that's Magical. I really loved the green one. So I'm just showing you the last three. Yeah, this one over here is Magical. It's absolutely beautiful. You can definitely see shifts happening even now. And then you have that green one, and then you have this one. So yeah, the shimmers are absolutely beautiful. I feel like this one over here reminded me of the Northern Lights the most. I feel like, yeah, that was really beautiful, and I just loved that shade so much. And I think Electric was also fantastic. I really liked Electric. This one actually moves from like a green to a purple. It's just a fantastic shade. So honestly, if you're planning to pick this palette up, I just want to say that the formula is incredible. The mattes are very blendable. You don't need a white base to use this. It kind of feels the same as every other Simply Posh palette that I have right now. It's just very pigmented. It lasts. If you're having problems with your base, then, you know, get in with the Alter Ego eyeshadow base. That's one of the best bases I've used, and I'm only using that right now. The only downside to that is that you need to work fairly quickly with it, but I'm not actually seeing any creasing on my eyes. I'm just, yeah, there's really no creasing whatsoever when I actually look at my eyes, but I am really admiring all the shifts on my eyes as well. These colors are just so magical, and I'm happy that I got to try everything out. I feel like the formula is fantastic as always, and the mattes were also a joy to work with because they're so easy to blend out. So I don't really have anything else to say. I'm happy with the way that the palette works. I do have more content that I want to do with Aurora Lights because I actually was really looking forward to this palette, and I wish that I could have like received it earlier, but like I said, I was in Malaysia, but I actually had like a very specific idea for this that I wanted to do, and I think someone's already done that, but it's fine. I will have another video up, and you know, stay tuned for that with more swatches. I feel like, yeah, I was really overly ambitious with all my blending and everything, but I haven't done it in a while, and I really like the fact that, you know, Simply Posh has added in like these brighter shades on the top. They're kind of like the pastel ones, and then they've added like those deeper shades there for depth. And then, you know, if you're finding it hard to create looks, or you're a beginner at using colors, you can just go column by column, and, you know, you can just create 6 beautiful looks like that. And if you don't want to do that, you can always just, you know, go by the shifts. You can mix up the pinks with the other pink shades, or, you know, whichever shifting green, you can put green eyeshadow. It's actually fairly simple using this palette. The other thing I like about it is that it's magnetic. So yeah, there's just a lot of strengths to this. I like the color story. I feel like with all Simply Posh palettes, the formula is fairly consistent and great. The price point's also pretty good. Speaking of price point, if you want to pick this up, I have a code. The code is RANITA, so you will get 10% off, and it is an affiliate code, which means that I earn a little bit from that, but, you know, it does keep the channel going, so I always appreciate it if you use my code. Simply Posh is coming back with this palette. In fact, they've put it up on their Instagram. They said that, you know, they wanted to bring it back, and a lot of people were like, yes, and I can completely understand why. It's a fantastic palette. So if you see this video and you're thinking, hey, I want to pick up this palette, you really should. I think it's very fun to work with. And the thing is that even though this is, you know, Aurora Lights, and it was released during winter, because of those pretty little pastels there and all these kind of pastel shades that are kind of like translucent in a sense, like especially over here, you can see that one. I kind of feel like these are not like super opaque shades, you know, so like you could actually use these for spring, and it would work beautifully and wonderfully for spring. So yeah, I'm actually very happy with the palette, and thank you for joining me. I will see you for another video very soon, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Lots of love to you. Bye bye.